But part of what's been so fucking horrific about this experience is the hotel we're staying in downtown Mississippi. Tell them about the gun line, ball. The fucking air conditioning has not been working, and I don't understand. We got here on Thursday. This shit's been out all week. What company can they not call that can't come out and fix this fucking thing?
And this is a Marriott. We're not staying in
some rinky-dink shit.
Yeah, it's a Marriott.
And no one from the hotel has fixed this air conditioning. It's unbearable in the room. It's unbearable in the hallways. The elevator stinks. All the old dead mistakes are coming to life. And so, you know, in the fashion of Southern hospitality, this nice gentleman that works the front desk goes, I can get y'all a couple of fans. And he goes in the back. He pulls out 2 fans. I'm thinking he's going to set the fans up here where we're doing the podcast, which is in the lobby because it's not as hot. And he says something that me and Andy both can't really make out, but we're thinking he's saying he's going to take them up to our rooms because he asked both of us, what rooms y'all in? Now, I'm thinking when he asked that, he was simply saying, just so I could mark it down in inventory.
Right, that's what I thought.
Where the fans are. But lo and behold, he's really taking them up to the rooms. And Andy goes, man, he doesn't have to do that. That's Andy being Cap. Yes, the fuck he does.
We're going to go up there anyway.
I don't give a fuck.
He don't own the hotel.
I don't give a fuck. We have been inconvenienced. We are in this sweltering Mississippi, a time to kill heat.
I'm losing weight.
I'm losing everything. Nigga, this has been a horrendous weekend on all fronts. It's the least a motherfucker can do. But part of me feels like I don't need to be out, but I want to do something because this between the heat and being in the room, and after we do this, it'll be around 11. I don't know what to do.
I can't disagree with you on anything. It's hot, but yeah, I don't want to go. I want to try to at least lay in bed. And if you don't move,
you sound like a black parent. If you lay your ass down and you don't move, and you just don't move, and you get naked, and let what little air is coming in circulate. Oh Jesus!
It's what we're dealing with.
Dude, I told you in the green room tonight at the club, I got a chair. There's the bed, the desk with the chair, and there's a little sofa chair. I sat in that sofa chair all day naked and in the dark with the shades drawn. And at one point, the fucking TV signal goes out. So now there's no light in the room, and I'm naked in this chair hot. This has been horrible. There is no dream that is better and worse at the same time. I've had dreams, dude, where I'm in some mean pussy. And it's so real. My dick is hard as a frozen Snickers bar. And I wake up, I could feel myself in the sleep thrusting. Because I always say I sleep with 3 pillows, one under my head, one in between my legs, and one that I bear hug. And I'm telling you, man, I am thrusting that pillow I'm hugging. And somewhere in there, I wake up and I go, fuck, this ain't real. But I got the wood, but no pussy. It's the best, worst dream ever. Hey, babies. What's happening?
Coming to you live from
Dallas, Texas, as opposed to Mississippi. Back to civilization, back to comprehension, back to reading. I was laying in bed, I think Thursday, maybe Friday, and I came across this magnificent ass rape of a headline. Dr. Dre's wife files for divorce. No prenup to his $950 million fortune. Let's round it off and say it's $1 billion. To which I wrote, and I'm going to say, I'm sorry, ladies. And let me just say, you know, this was one of those hot topics. And by hot topics, I meant when I posted it, I put the pebble in the ocean and the ripple wave / tsunami began. Because the mixed bag of nuts of people's responses to this is what makes this a hot topic. Because, of course, 90% of the men were like, get the fuck out of here. They understand where I'm coming from. The other 10% of the homosexuals didn't.
Can't say that.
I mean that in terms of man juice. Fucking queers. You know, I'm joking. But you know what I mean. The sweet men, the men that weren't on our team. Then, of course, the majority of the women, get it, girl. She deserved it, which we'll get into. But then, to be fair, there were a lot of women that went, yo, that's bullshit. So before I give you my personal let me just, here's what I wrote. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't mean to come off sounding bitter, but please fucking tell me, why the fuck is this allowed? What warrants this? Was she responsible for Beats headsets? Did she produce any of those hit records? Did she make The Chronic? Did she sign Eminem? Did she work with Tupac and Eminem and Snoop? Did she go out on the road week after week on stage, doing those tours, performing on stage? Did she get in the recording booth and lay down any of the rap tracks? Did she produce any of them hit records? Did any of her influence and musical connections help the growth of any of his artists? What warrants you getting $500 million fucking dollars? And so many of the women were like, well, you don't know what she had to put up with. Taking care of the house and the kids. First of all, like Chris Rock said, when niggas go, man, I take care of my kids. What, you want a cookie? I ain't never been to jail. Motherfucker, you're not supposed to. As a mom, you're supposed to take care of the kids. You want a reward for that? Plus, those are his kids too, which means he's also taking care of them. He ain't driving them to school from time to time. He ain't helping them with the fucking homework. And look, technically, we don't know if he's doing that. We don't know if she's doing that. I figure when you worth $1 billion, you got nannies. Somebody named Gonzalez is taking care of the kids.
Can't say that either.
I'm fucking saying it, goddammit. And a lot of dudes was like this. You know, she was with him for 24 years, so she should get something. All right. Yo, you can't make it off 10 mil? 20, 30? I'd even give her 100. Half, nigga? $500 million? Ladies, and the fact that I'm reading the comments and y'all try to justify this bullshit. Like, you guys really try to justify this bullshit. Well, one lady wrote, you don't know, she probably was the brains behind all of his shit and came up with all the ideas and the creative things. He just was the name and face behind it.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Suck my dick. When it's time, let's put a price on it when it's time to get divorced from a rich man. In other words, I created a hypothetical contract so that before either party gets married, he knows and she knows, all right, this is what it is. I don't care if you're together 5 years. I don't care if you're together 50 years. When the divorce happens, if it comes in within 5 or 50, these are the prices. Here's the menu, so you know what you're getting. So I go, okay, cooking, $15 million. Cleaning, $25 million. Staying home raising the kids, $20 million. Allowing cheating, $40 million. This should be fair as opposed to $500 million, as though somehow just being there equates to half. Well, she was with him for 24 years. So that means $500 million? And when you look at my hypothetical contract, if you add it up, it's $100 million. That's not enough.
But
so it ain't until you've been sodomized through divorce that you finally go by your second or your third marriage. Fuck that prenup. But if you've never been divorced, if you've never gone through it, if you've never stood in a courtroom and listened to a judge give away so much of your shit that you have busted your ass for, blood, sweat, and tears, and you're sitting there and you got your fucking ex with her dream team of attorneys, literally a dream team, forensic money analysts, and all these motherfuckers whose job it is to go and dissect your finances like a fucking what do you call them teams? Like archaeologists. Like with a fine-tooth comb, go through every ounce of your finances, subpoenas to your managers, your agents. I mean, they're looking for every fucking dime, and you're paying for this dream team, and you're paying for your attorneys, and you got to sit in the court and listen to this horse shit that's being spewed that you know is horse shit. And you got to bite your bottom lip to the point where blood is trickling down your lips because you're going, motherfucker. And there's nothing you can do about it. And the whole time you're in court, the judge sounds like the adults from the Charlie Brown cartoon. Womp, 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 womp. And you're thinking murder. How I want to kill this bitch. After you go through that once and foolishly enough twice, by your third, if you even thinking about marriage again, you're going, yeah, prenup. Because here's the thing. When you first get with somebody, dick and pussy. And let me speak for pussy because I don't get dick. But I'm just saying I would imagine it may be the same thing for a woman, even though the stakes aren't the same. The pheromones of the pussy, when you first get with somebody, makes you make bad decisions. And you call it love. Like I've hung out with broads and knew immediately I could never be with this bitch because of X, Y, and Z. I'm more or less, if I gotta be able to go, you know what? I like our conversation. I like how you think. You challenge me. You make me laugh. I like X, Y, and Z about you. I could see once I'm done fucking you, you could stay. Like, cause most times I already know immediately, yo, this bitch got a fat ass, cute face, nice tits, but her attitude stinks. Or she's kind of stupid. Or I can tell intellectually we don't play the same games. But I'm a fuck if I can fuck. Cause look at her. And when I fuck her, as soon as I'm done, how do I get her to go? Versus I've been with broads who I met, and just before I even got the drawers, I went, yo, I like this bitch. And if the pussy is good, well, then we good. And women, knock it off. So many women wrote, well, she, you know, and this was their assumption. Well, you don't know what she had to endure those 24 years, because, you know, Dr. Dre, he beat up Michelle A. and D. Barnes. So she probably took years of abuse. You don't know that. Then stop it. Knock that off.
Dude, I'll let him
do that.
I'll let him abuse me for...
I said, nigga, look, for $500,000, I'd marry the nigga. I'll cook, clean, take care of the home, beat the shit out of me every now and then for $500,000. And then we ain't fucking. But everything else is a go. Like, I'm just...
For the most part, women didn't have credit cards that way. They were under their man. It was under the man's account.
Right.
And yeah, because it's the 50s, man.
What a glorious time. Back when women had to get their husband's permission to spend the money. Because they're like children, you know? You give them a wad full of cash and let them loose in the store, and they just buy silly shit. As opposed to what they should be buying. Vacuums and cooking utensils and mops and ironing boards. Yes, the 50s. Back when women and niggas knew their place. Good
Dude,
time if they knew you were Jewish. Was white or was white with stipulations?
White, you know, Jews weren't always accepted, but after the war, you know, there was at least some sympathy points.
Just don't put your yarmulke on. Shave your beard and don't have those silly curls on the side of your face. And most importantly, if you can, push your nose in. Did you see the clip of the racist couple who the lady came with a bucket of black paint and she was painting over the letters Black Lives Matter because she hated the fact that was written on the ground. So somebody comment, she's going to need at least 1,000 liters of paint to cover all that up. So while she's painting, her husband is there to protect her because I guess a bunch of Hispanic girls was cursing her out. You fucking racist bitch. You racist bitch. Don't you understand that Black Lives Matter? And the guy kept going, all lives matter. So, and the lady who's painting, she has a paint roller. And she's going, I'm sick of this shit. Not on my watch. Not in my city. That shit may go on in New York, but not here. And I stopped and I went and I thought about it and I said, sweetie, you don't see the beautiful irony in what you're doing? It wasn't like, and if she had done this, if she had tried to paint just one big, huge block over Black Lives Matter, that'd have been one thing. She was staying within the lines. So all you're doing is changing the color from yellow to black. I don't think she's gonna be able to paint the whole thing. But if you did, do you see the aerial shot? It still says Black Lives Matter, but in black.
Even better.
Even better, you silly bitch. I said that to say this. Cam Newton has replaced Tom Brady with the Patriots. They got a nigga in charge over there now. There's a nigga in charge over there. Who's the quarterback? Cam Newton, kid. Wicked son. They got a nigga in charge.
You know, he had the little stuff.
The all-American poster boy, classic white Wonder Bread star quarterback.
But with a little hipness to it. He
A
had
little bit.
And so we went out and got Cam Newton, a black quarterback that brings tons and tons of swag with him.
Almost too much swag.
I don't like the shorts and the suit jacket.
Some of that nigga's dress decisions. I don't know who's worse, him or Russell Westbrook. And Dwayne Wade is almost right there for the running.
It really stands out.
Let me tell you something. If he does not produce W's from day one, they're going to eat that nigga alive. And I only say that because he's following in the shadow of Brady.
Are they good?
What is Brady? 5-time champion?
Yeah, I think so.
5-time champion. And let's be real. This is Boston. This is a racial city. A lot of them motherfuckers in Boston, them old Dorchester and I forget what some of them other areas of Boston are. Dorchester and
Southie.
Southie. That and let's be real, like everything Andy just said, Tom Brady, pure 100% Anglo-Saxon white boy quarterback, 5-time champion. There's a lot of them Bostonians that can't stand the fact that they got a nigga in charge over there now. I like Boston too.
Okay, but let's be honest. They love black folks in Boston that play on their teams.
They love black people that are winning.
Yeah, okay.
If you ain't winning, can you believe these niggas? What the fuck they doing over there? They're not winning. It's not like when we had Garnett, son. Guy was wicked. Or Larry Bird, or Kevin McHale, or Parrish. Now we got a nigga in charge over there. He better win, man. Well, he better win.
But okay, so do you think
who else was on the list? Barry Bonds said was an absolute dick.
I heard that too.
He even recently kind of tried to apologize and admit he was a dick, but they said that's only because he's trying to get into the Hall of Fame. And I guess what the fans vote you in that. Who else was on the list? Tiger Woods was on the list. They said he's a fucking dick. Brian Urlacher. And then they mentioned my man, Mike Jordan, was number one.
Yeah, but Jordan, you see that.
But the only thing they mentioned with Jordan is the Chameleonaire story. You heard that, right? The rapper Chameleonaire? You never heard the story?
What did he do?
He, at an auction, bought Michael Jordan's jersey for $7,000. He personally went up to Michael Jordan and said, can you autograph it? And, oh, no, can I have a picture? And Jordan, at the time, was with Charles Barkley and Spike Lee. And Jordan said to him, and this is Chameleonaire saying this, he said, I don't take pictures with no motherfucking niggas. And he refused to take the picture. And then he told him, I tell you what, you pay for my jersey at $15,000 and I'll take the picture. And he said Spike and Charles looked at him and felt so bad. Now look, man, this is what I'm saying. As great as it is to be these guys, millions, all the women, the mansions, the cars, the lifestyle, the adulation. They're still human. I'm not excusing his behavior, but maybe he caught Mike at a bad day. But I also go, what's a bad day for Mike?
20,000 people coming up to you asking you for something?
But that's you're Michael Jordan. That's
the point, though. He is Michael Jordan.
With it.
He pees like everybody else, shits like everybody else, wipes his ass like everybody else.
I bet you he pee with his tongue out. Shits with his tongue out. Everything he does is with his tongue out. And listen, it wasn't like there was a plethora of Michael Jordan is a dick stories. This is the only one I've heard. So I'll excuse this one. And I know all the motherfuckers is rolling their eyes going, you love this nigga so much, he can't do wrong. I do love MJ. But, I'm not excusing the behavior because that's fucked up. Especially if the man bought your goddamn joint for $7,000. But again, maybe he got in an argument with Juanita. Maybe his kids pissed him off. Just because you're rich and famous doesn't mean you're not susceptible to a bad day.
But that's not the only reason. Jordan doesn't sign autographs. He won't sign.
Oh, no, he does. Remember, in Last Dance, and I will say this, here's what's crazy, though. Like the few times, I think it was 2 times, Mike signed something for kids. He don't even look at the kids. He don't even acknowledge them. He just takes the ball, quickly signs, and keeps it moving. Like, damn, motherfucker, you can't at least, how you doing, son? Little pat on the head. There you go, kid. He won't even look down. Just boom, boom, here you go.
She isn't my first choice.
No.
But she's hot. Like she's sexy.
What did you think about the chick that played Claire?
There's something sexy about her. You don't see it though, huh?
Her teeth is a 2-3 zone if you pay attention to it.
I got to tell you,
it's 2 on the side that poke out.
I don't
mind. The middle go in.
I don't think that you're going to disappear. I think there's too much heat on Hollywood, mainly male to female.
Right.
But like Terry Crews, he didn't do very well when he went up against the producer who.
But how often do we see Terry Crews now?
Well, how often did we see Terry Crews before?
You saw him. You saw him. He was a go-to guy.
But as the buddy, he was never the.
But he was still a go-to guy.
Okay.
Now he's going from buddy to where is he?
Yeah.
So it's fucked up that this business is like that. And I'm alienated and ain't nobody grabbed my ass yet.
But okay, let me ask you this: are you upset because no one's grabbed your ass though?
A little bit.
I would hate.
I'm ass grab worthy.
Yeah, that's what I would hate is that no one was even thinking about it.
Little old motherfucker grabbed my ass. Nigga, go on with that. Slap his head. And
all this being said, and saying like we're talking about the worst part of this, the entertainment industry. How about all the people who don't have these problems? How do they get through it this way? Like, do you think Al Pacino had these problems? Do you think
we don't know?
Do you? I know, but okay, if someone like
oh boy, little ass crab. I like that. Next time, go for the cock. Hoo-ah.